What up, what up, what up, YouTube? Getting everything right real quick. Testing one, two. Yes, yes, we are live. Just waiting for some more people to pull and gotta come to y'all again. I got a strike on my last joint. My last live. I don't know how I got a strike on my last live when all I was doing was playing my audio podcast. So I guess I can't even use my own audio from my audio podcast on YouTube. So I guess my audio got certain stuff I can't use on YouTube because I got a strike on my own audio podcast. What's good, YouTube? Are y'all paying attention to what's going on right now? Are we paying attention? I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, see if we can get some more people up in the building. Feel free to hit the link. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, y'all, especially with this debt ceiling and all that. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, you tune into the Kitchen Close podcast. It's your guy, Chef Vinny. I just want to know if y'all paying attention right now, what's going on. There's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of distractions they throwing in front of us to block. But I'm still wait a few more minutes, see if some more people pile up in the joint. Got two up in here right now. Peace was good. Yes, indeed. This your guy, Chef Vinny, Kitchen Close podcast. This is actually my second time going live. My first time going live, I got a copyright and flag for playing uh my own audio from my podcast, Kitchen Close Podcast, on Spotify and Anchor and other streaming platforms. I don't know how I got flagged on my own joint, but I did. So I don't know what's up with that. That's crazy. Well, what up, y'all? Are y'all paying attention? What's going on? Y'all see the Hollywood writers went on strike. Now, for content creators, is that a good or a bad thing? Sound like a good thing to me. If writers on strike, that just give more content creators opportunity to get they shine on. A lot of y'all might not understand what I mean by that, but as a content creator, you also a writer in your own sense. And they talking about now, we're gonna be seeing a lot of reruns, a lot of reality shows, and late night already shut down. My question is, do you think writers are needed? Writers are needed because some actors don't have no, imagination. That's why they actors. They got to take on what somebody gifted them. So writers are needed or not, y'all. What y'all think? And the strike is really basically about insurance because I see this AI stuff jumping off. Like I told y'all earlier in the short, I was going to use AI to write me a sitcom script, and I'm still doing it. But they trying to say AI might be taking a lot of people's jobs. AI just give you better ideas. You don't fully copy everything that the generator generates for you. You just use it as an idea. You don't fully copy and paste exactly what the chat GPT wrote down for you. Just use it as an idea to further along your story, just in case you get writer's block or something like that. That's basically what I use it for, to help me along with my writer's block or a better a alternative idea, something I was thinking of. I could ask Chat GPT, what do you think about this, scenario? Or write me up something about this scenario. And it'll give me an idea. I wouldn't straight up plagiarize the whole thing. That's what a lot of people doing, is just straight up copying and pasting Chat GPT. Use it as a guideline to help you get ideas for your content. Don't use it strictly for your content, which I see a lot of people on YouTube talking about. Just talking into Chat GPT and then letting it write whatever it write and then copy paste it and boom, boom, boom. No, don't do that. Use it for help. Use it as an assistant. when you put your prompts in there or whatever, try to make it more like, how can you help me? Or, don't just use it strictly for a script and then plagiarize and copy and paste the whole thing when you didn't write nothing. You got to use your own imagination too. But as the more you use your chat GPT, the one you using, the smarter it'll understand you and help you even more. But don't use it just to copy and paste scripts and stuff like that for screenplays and stuff like that. Use your own imagination, get an idea from it, but don't use it as your whole method of writing, because that's going to dumb you down. So I would say use it as a assistant, not as your primary tool to write whatever you're going to write. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to check this article out. Uh, Update on these the strike. Listen to this, y'all.
As of this morning, more than 11,000 TV and movie writers, they're on strike, halting multiple productions and possibly delaying new seasons
Fair
of some
use,
of your
y'all.
favorite
Fair use.
shows. What that means is this, that late night TV shows, they will see the first impact. They depend, understandably, on writers for fresh material all the time and in real time. So you could soon be looking at reruns. You may also soon.
Now, for her to say that, right? All times in real time. Okay, if these writers are on strike, you go find the people you didn't hire and give them a shot now, since your main writers outside picketing. So basically, get some new people. If they want to be on strike, let them be on strike, I guess. But I do see where the writers are coming from, because the technology is getting better and better. And I guess you want job security. And just like I said in one of my last posts, people are watching YouTube and streaming um content more than regular TV now. So the writer's going to take a strike now. I guess like most content creators are like, great. Now I can spread my stuff across YouTube and see if I could get picked up by radio. I mean, by one of these networks. So I understand where the writers are coming from, because it's a big fear with this new technology and AI and all that. That's why y'all gotta pay attention. Pay attention. These writers ain't on strike for no reason. They want job security. They trying to make sure they stay straight when this new technology hit. Trust me, that's what's going on. So technically, this is my second live. Hopefully, I won't get flagged because I don't have no copyright infringement going on. What I'm using is your news, which should be fair use, right? All right, let's let her continue saying what she got to say.
Soon see more reality TV popping up. During the last big strike in 2007, shows like Big Brother and Survivor, they boomed, filling the void when scripted shows were halted. The big difference this time around is the vast content universe coming from the streaming services.
Now you see that the content is coming from most of the streaming services, which is nobody's watching regular TV no more. And Disney just laid off a bunch of people too. So I would believe that includes writers, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this is the things we got to pay attention to, because not thinking about writers that's not important to us, but once you start seeing the same thing on TV over and over and over again, because this is what they said they're going to start running reruns and stuff like that. So we're gonna have to see what's up with that.
From Hulu to Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus, they have tons of shows and movies readily available and can offer new content for quite some time. As for that last big strike in 2007, it left a mark. It cost roughly $2.1 billion after that.
$2.1 billion, and that was only 100-day strike. The strike just started today at 12, so it's almost 12 now. It is 12 now. So it's been 24 hours since the strike. How much money you think they lost already? These networks with the writers outside picketing, chanting they want more money, they need more stability. They want, they basically want insurance because as you can see, the streaming is blowing up right now. So people are not watching regular TV, like I said. So this is why a lot of reruns about to happen. Late night talk show already just they was out. They gone. They done right now. For real. Late night talk show. Ow! It's gone. Let her finish up.
Strike lasted 100 days. Now, right now, media and tech companies, they're grappling with three big issues, it seems. Weak advertising market that has driven stock prices down and driven them to cut costs and cut their labor force. The writers also face a very tough reality right now as well. They say a lack of jobs combined with low pay makes the current situation just unsustainable. Last month, 98% of the members of the Writers Guild voted in favor of this strike.
98% wanted this strike. I mean, they was ready. They like, man, listen, man. Once we done do these whole seasons, in the off season, we ain't getting paid. They still streaming the episodes or whatever. I ain't getting no money until next season start. So I could understand where the writers are coming from. Right now, they just want insurance. They want benefits to when they're not writing. They want money in the off season too. That's basically what they saying. Hey, give it to them, man. Or just, new talent out there, y'all. Trust and believe me. It's a lot of new content creators being made every day, being created every day. So this writers thing might be a good thing for new content creators and old content creators. Get your get your creation on right now. While these writers on strike. One of these networks might pick up one of y'all YouTube channels and use y'all concept and y'all ideas. So keep that in mind. This strike might be a good thing for YouTubers. That's what I was thinking when I first heard about it, and then the consequences of what's going on with television and TV shows and sitcoms. Well, we the ones that watch it and they absorb it. So why we can't write for it too? So this is a good opportunity for YouTubers to step their content creating game up and have real balance and structure to what you're doing right now on this platform. Because YouTube is the future. We ain't gonna be watching regular TV. We gonna be watching YouTubers in the near future. I'm telling you, everybody gonna have a channel. Everybody gonna have a network. So basically, get your content creating skills up. And she gonna say something about this AI stuff, the big AI scare. But just like I said, use it as a tool, not Don't think of it something bad. Let her finish up this art, her little presentation.
Also face a very tough reality right now as well. They say a lack of jobs combined with low pay makes the current situation just unsustainable. Last month, 98% of the members of the Writers Guild voted in favor of this strike. Sarah?
98%,
All
y'all.
right, thank you, Kate. Joining me now is television writer, showrunner, and host of Adam Ruins Everything, Adam Conover. Since you're known for ruining everything, is this your fault?
I mean, I'm off the clock right now. We're on strike, so I'm not ruining anything for the time being, except maybe the profits of the companies.
All right. Explain why you feel that it is so important that this strike goes forward, that this has to happen now.
So the studios and the streamers have tried to turn television writing from a career into a gig job. Writer pay has fallen by 23% over the past 10 years. Even though the company profits have gone up by 50%, they're spending more money than ever on making these shows. They're making more profit from them than ever. But writers are making less money. They're employing us for less time. And if you look at the proposals that they rejected that caused us to go on strike, they're proposals that would have protected writers, that would have made sure that when we're not just employed by the day, but by the week and by the month, that we can build a that will prevent us from living in precarity. Writers are really facing struggle right now, and we are fighting for a stable life like all workers.
Now you hear that? See, that's exactly what I was saying. They they want their piece of the pie. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to eat right now. You know, they ain't got time for the BS. They know a lot of people gonna be streaming and stuff like that. And they done wrote what they wrote for this season that's coming. They want to get paid in between seasons. I understand it.
We are showing some of the sticking points. Can you give us what some of those sticking points are? I think 98% of the members of the Writers Guild were in favor of the strike, and that's obviously the vast majority. What are some of the things that you guys are not going to compromise on?
So the studios are trying to eliminate the writer's room. You're probably familiar with the term, the writer's room. This is a room that's existed for decades where writers get together and break a story and write scripts. The companies are trying to eliminate it. They're trying to make the room smaller. They're trying to employ us on a freelance basis. They'd rather we just stay home and email scripts in, and they pay us a fee every once in a while. And we can't make a living that way. And so our proposals are to ensure that there's a writer's room on every single show, and they have refused to even discuss that proposal with us. Another sticking point is that we want to make sure that writers are paid the same in streaming as they are on television.
See, that's what that means. YouTube and a lot of other social media platforms about to take over television. These writers are scared. They worrying about they check. I would worry about my money too if I done put my work in, did what I did. I want my money. Straight up and down. And now they're on strike. They're gonna see what these networks are gonna do. I guess the networks will wait it out for a couple of days and see how they money looking. But just like I said, if these networks were any smart, they'd be looking at YouTube and finding some of these YouTubers and content creators on YouTube and get them a job, give them a shot. Because there's a lot of funny stuff on YouTube that's way better than television. So, writers, step y'all game up. Because these content creators are coming. That's some real joint. Let's see what else he got to say.
My first show was for True TV. My second show was for Netflix. The show had the exact same format, but on Netflix, we had no minimums, we had no protections, we were paid less. The residuals are literally 1% of what they were under broadcast. And that's true for everybody in late night. That's true for screenwriters. It's true across all of our work areas.
What do you say?
Now, Netflix probably going to change what they doing. They're going to look out for the writers, I believe, because Netflix want our eyes. They want our eyes and our ears. They want us to watch Netflix. So I believe Netflix would do something about it. But see, just like he's a writer, he's talking about the streaming industry, which is social media, digital. Nobody's watching TV like that no more. Hear him out.
To those that run this industry that say, look, times are changing. We are not making as much money as we once did. This is not the golden era of television, although some of us would argue the shows are great. What do you say to them?
So I'd point out the fact that David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, which is, the parent company of the network I'm talking to you on right now, was paid $250 million last year, $250 million. That's about the same level as what 10,000 writers are asking him to pay all of us collectively. All right. So I would say if you're being paid $250 million, Ted Sarandos made about $50 million last year. These companies are making enormous amounts of money. Their profits are going up. It's ridiculous for them to plead poverty when the writers who are making their shows, some of them are not able to pay their rent or their mortgages. I literally know writers who have had to go on assistance because they have not been able to make their year.
That's where it is. That's what it is. See, when you create something and you know it's your idea, your creation, even though somebody's backing you, whatever, but that's your brain, that's you. And somebody's making way more money off of your content than you are. Why you think writers are on strike? The networks might be the networks, but the writers create what we watch on these networks. And they not getting a fair share deal. So what you gonna do? In a situation like this, in a regular job situation, which this is a regular job situation, because this is how it's the way they live. That's how they support their family and take care of their kids and stuff. So this is a job. And I'm creating for this job, but I know this your company, but you making 5 or 6 times more than what I'm making, and I created it. You wouldn't have this if I didn't write this story or write this sitcom or this show. Where would y'all be without me? That's what the writers are saying. That's what they saying. So whose side are we on now? He's almost done.
If you look at these companies, they're making more money than ever. It's the people who make the shows for them that are making less.
Adam Conover, thank you so much for coming on because you ruined everything. You may have just ruined my career, but I don't mind.
See? Just what I said. They're making millions and millions of dollars off their creation. And all they asking is I want a piece of my pie too. I want a piece too. I know this is your network, but look what I've done for it. There's no love for me. Yeah, I understand the rights, right? But I understand that time goes on and technology get better and better. And writers are on strike. Content creators get creative. This is your time to shine. Especially if these networks don't meet the strikers' agreements or what if they don't agree. It's gonna turn out to something. They're gonna, work out something. In a few days, once they see that money going down, they gonna work something out. And I want y'all to know this is the Kitchen Close podcast where we talk about all kind of job situations, job stories, crazy stories. If you can't stand your boss, can't stand that coworker, you ready to walk out on the job, this is what the Kitchen Close podcast is all about. And you dealing with your guy, Chef Vinny. So if you got any job stories or anything like that, comment, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share channel. This is your channel. This is a channel for the employees, the workers. Tell me how your day was at work. See if we can talk about that thing and work things out, make you laugh or whatever. But yeah, we got to start paying attention, man. Start paying attention. Didn't know the job situation going to get even real serious in June. I don't know if y'all been noticing that the borders have been getting more and more crowded, more and more migrants, and it's because of a bill that's about to be expire to where we weren't letting migrants into the country just because of COVID, and we made a bill, protecting us to say that's a good reason, okay, not to let people in, okay. But now that bill is about to be over with, so now you're gonna have to let people in. You can't discriminate, and they filling up the borders right now. So the job situation is gonna get either harder or better. It depends on the individual right now. And I don't know where that might take crime neither, because uh, I don't want to get off the subject of this channel and this topic and stuff, but you know, with the borders opening and new people are arriving to the free country, we we just witnessed a very tragic incident where a neighbor killed his neighbor, and the individual was illegally over here. Not he was illegal, and he was actually deported 4 times before this incident. So I bring that up to bring, as long as the good people come across the border, we don't need the bad people coming across. And they sneaking in right along with the good people. So with that being said, we have to watch our, secure our borders best way we can. And at our borders help the people who need help, most definitely. But we have to be mindful who are we letting in. Yeah. And that should help the job situation, but nothing's gonna help the job situation when you're laying people off, firing people. I think right now the safest workplace is being a doctor, lawyer, fireman, policeman, most government jobs are safe. These tech jobs, hey, the food and beverage, hospitality, restaurant jobs are pretty safe too, because people still gonna go out and eat. It's just the other jobs that are being affected. And let's not forget about the money situation. We had debt. I don't know how they turn that into a we when the citizens do what they do. It's the government messing up our money. We pay y'all. What y'all doing with our money? But when the money get messed up, is we in debt. We. What do you mean we? I pay my taxes every day, every year and whatever. How is we? It's y'all. I better do something. Yeah, y'all notice that? Whenever it's, you know, and whenever the government mess up or something, it's we. But when they do us foul, regular citizens in the street, it's us. We can't allow them to play with this debt ceiling. Go ahead, take that debt, man. Go ahead, pay that thing now. They don't want to pay it because we not paying attention. You gotta pay attention. Y'all have to pay attention. What are they doing? It's certain parts of the news that you need to focus on, and it's certain parts of the news is like, did y'all really just show that? That's not news. Telling me a dog turned the oldest dog in the world. Nobody care about that. People care about some real things that's going on. Let's see what's going on. See if I can find something on this debt ceiling and really what the consequences of this could do to our economy, our state of mind. Most definitely our state of mind, because when the money going, whoo, sorry to leave y'all in limbo like that, but I'm searching some more news about this debt ceiling and stuff like that. I will have my intros and my audios and stuff set up real soon, so I will not get another copyright. You know, strike on my channel. But check this out. This guy right
Joining us now
here.
to discuss Jeffrey Hinton. Jeffrey, thanks so much.
This guy right here, former Google worker, left Google. They even call this guy like the godfather of AI. Listen to what he got to say, and he's saying some real crazy stuff.
For joining us. So you left your job with Google in part because you say you want to focus solely on your concerns about AI. You've spoken out saying that AI could manipulate or possibly figure out a way to kill humans. How could it kill humans?
Now, did you hear that? And know how people are so shocked about hearing about AI and what it could do and what eventually do. Didn't we watch? Didn't we watch movies about this already? Art imitates reality. Y'all know that, right? They ain't putting them stuff in movies for nothing. They putting it in the movie so when they do put it out that they already had invented, it was like, oh, that was in that. Remember that was in that movie? Ah, dummy. They put it in the movie so you could be like, oh, okay, they finally made that. Nah, they been made it. Now, we talking about AI, right? And we gonna talk about a movie in the 80s. Terminator, right? Then the machines take over. So don't act like this is some new thing we getting into AI and the potentials of what they could do. And this, man, they been making robots that could jump, run, leap, do all kind of stuff. They just ain't showing us. Come on, man.
Well, eventually, if it gets to be much smarter than us, it'll be very good at manipulation because it will have learned that from us. And there are very few examples of a more intelligent thing being controlled by a less intelligent thing. And it knows how to program, so it'll figure out ways of getting around restrictions we put on it. It'll figure out ways of manipulating people to do what it wants.
Now, if something you create outsmarts you and eliminates you, you ain't really think things through when you create it, whatever. You gotta have a kill switch. You gotta have some type of hit that switch if you know your robot start trying to think it's gonna take over you. Oh really? You gotta decide remote control or something to the side. Hit that button and shut his ass right the fuck down. Pardon my language.
So what do we do? Do we just need to pull the plug on it right now? Do we need to put in far more restrictions and backstops on this? How do we solve this problem?
It's not clear to me that we can solve this problem. I believe we should put a big effort into thinking about ways to solve the problem. I don't have a solution at present. I just want people to be aware that this is a really serious problem and we need to be thinking about it very hard. I don't think we can stop the progress.
Why would you invent something like that then? Now you fear what it can do. Why would you create it then? There's only one. And a lot of people on this rock been trying to think they the almighty, but you not. You not. There's only one, and y'all better respect that one. Why would you create something that could possibly eliminate your whole existence? Ponder on what I just said.
I didn't sign the petition saying we should stop working on AI because if people in America stopped, people in China wouldn't. It's very hard to verify whether people are doing it.
There have been some whistleblowers who have been warning about the dangers of AI over the past few years. One of them, Timnit Gebru, was forced out of Google for voicing his concerns. Looking back on it, do you wish that you had stood behind these whistleblowers more?
You know, there was other people who left, even probably before him and after him. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. That gave y'all the reason to leave. But the day you left, did you tell the world what was going on? It's probably hard to do that. Leaving a multi-billion-dollar industry, tech industry, and you left because of things you didn't like. So, of course, you kept quiet for a minute. But why y'all saying something now?
Timnit's actually a woman.
Oh, sorry.
So they were rather different concerns from mine. I think it's easier to voice concerns if you leave the company first. And their concerns aren't as existentially serious as the idea of these things getting more intelligent than us and taking over.
Steve Wozniak, one of the co-founders of Apple, is also speaking out about the dangers he fears will come from AI. Take a listen.
Now, AI is another more powerful tool, and it's going to be used by those people, for basically really evil purposes. And I hate to see technology being used that way. It shouldn't be.
And you hate for technology to be used that way. This is a grown man. Now, let's think about this, y'all. How many cartoons and TV shows and all these things. Now, see all this fall into play with the writers and all that. How we see all that same stuff y'all talking about that y'all invented and created. We used to watch that stuff on TV like Knight Rider, the car that could talk and all that, do all that, drive by itself and all that. What we got now? Yep. I remember the movie Will Smith was in. I, Robot. Come on. We've seen plenty of robots on this channel on YouTube. Robot dogs and all kind of stuff like that. You know, they say they built these things to help disabled people and stuff like that. But they use it for security too. So why are we acting surprised about this AI thing when they've been showing it to us on television for years? And now that they came out with it, which they probably had it back then, but they want to put it in a movie and gradually bring y'all up to speed on what their technology is when they been have this stuff. So when y'all watching movies like the Avengers and Marvel and all that, like the human aspects of the movie, like the military stuff, they got them stuff for real already. Transformers and all that stuff like that. Those type of movies, you watch the military, the real people part of that, like Independence Day with another Will Smith movie. See, they tell us these things in movies and things like that. That's why writers is so important right now. Because some of these writers work for the CIA and some of these, alphabet boys. That's why y'all paying attention right now. All this is falling into play of what's going on. They talking about AI, how it could potentially do this, that, and the third. Y'all told us that in Terminator. Y'all showed us that. A few weeks, a couple of months ago, they telling us about UFOs and all that. Y'all been telling us about that. Y'all showed us in movies. They gradually bringing out what they already knew and what they already know. Art imitates reality. So anything you seen in the movie back in the days on some futuristic type joint, they've been doing it. Now Back to the Future, I ain't do no studies on that, but I believe we can time travel too. The show just went this way and that way. We went all over just now. But if you pay attention, all this falls in line with what's going on. So you have to really pay attention. For real, for real. I ain't lying. Real talk. Art imitates reality to the fullest. So half of these things y'all seeing on movies or whatever, oh, they working on it somewhere. See if we get some on it. All right, this is the co-founder of Apple right here.
And probably some types of regulation are needed.
It sounds like you agree. What
I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. What should that regulation look like?
I'm not an expert on how to do regulation. I'm just a scientist who suddenly realized that these things are getting smarter than us. And I want to sort of blow the whistle and say we should worry seriously about how we stop these things getting control over us.
Did y'all hear that? When he first started his research, he knew what the potentials of this thing could do. Now you already created it. Now you want to warn us now. When the whole time y'all was building it and discovering it is a big secret. You knew the potential of what it could do when you clocked in the first day of that job and y'all started working on it. Don't give us that now. Don't be scared now.
And it's going to be very hard. And I don't have the solutions. I wish I did.
Does there need to be a meeting of all of the tech groups and governments working on this?
Yes.
Google, China, whatever, and some sort of set of rules of the road? I mean, how do we even protect against bad actors or rogue nations harnessing AI?
So for something,
You know that he said bad actors? This whole game they playing with us is it's Hollywood. The newscasters, they actors. They work for a broadcast company. Everybody on regular TV now is an actor. You get paid for what you say. And here go your script and jazz it up. You don't got to say it word for word, but this is what you got to say.
it's very hard, like them using AI for manipulating electorates or for fighting wars with robot soldiers. But for the existential threat of AI taking over, we're all in the same boat. It's bad for all of us. And so we might be able to get China and the US to agree on things like that. It's like nuclear weapons.
Why create it then? Why being in a laboratory? Remember, he said he is a scientist. Why being somewhere creating something knowing the potential that could wipe out the human race? Why continue to work on something like that? What sense that make? Make that make sense. And now you got fear of what you created potentially wipe you out.
If there's a nuclear war, we all lose. And it's the same if these things take over. So since we're all in the same boat, we should be able to get agreement between China and the US on things like that.
Do you think that tech companies will be the solution, or are they so invested in this financially, and also, let's be frank, in terms of power, that they're not going to be part of the solution here?
That's exactly right. It ain't nothing but a big D swinging contest. It's all about power, money. It's who control what control who. So yeah, they would put this big AI scare in front of you so that you could think machines are trying to take over when it's actually them trying to take over. Because who's making the machines? My point exactly.
I think the tech companies are the people most likely to be able to see how to keep this stuff under control.
Jeffrey Hinton,
Control.
thank you so much. Come back. We have more questions for you, and we appreciate your candor.
Control. You heard what he said, right? That's what it's all about, control. Now back to the writers. They write stories and programs that be in your head. Got you thinking a whole different way. So it's a good thing for me that the writers are on strike. I don't watch regular TV like that no more anyway. Just sports and news. Sports and news. Cooking shows and stuff like that. That's it. It's nothing really else on TV. Ain't no more good television no more. The reality shows up, but I watch YouTube more than I watch regular TV, and this is what's going on. So content creators, like I said earlier, get into that field, man. This is a big opportunity for YouTubers and content creators right now. Writers are on strike. We about to have a bunch of reruns and no late night television. So we gonna create that. YouTube gonna be blown up. Ain't no late show on. I'm gonna see what's on YouTube. So it's a curse and a blessing for some. Yeah, yeah. Now they got the big scare is the AI. Like, let's see what else was going on in the news. 'Cause I want y'all to really pay attention what's going on. But nobody really paying attention because too many YouTubers is beefing with too many other YouTubers. That's the funniest shit I be looking at right now. Our currency about to disappear and you arguing with another dude about likes and views. That stuff is funny. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people watching more YouTube than regular TV because YouTube is funny, y'all. But this channel's here to educate and entertain and have fun. Tell me a funny story about your job or whatever. That's what we about. But we had to talk about the writers going on strike because it's opportunity for these YouTube creators, y'all. Who needs regular TV now when we got YouTube? How many people on YouTube? Like
Sweet new merch,
billions,
Carl.
billions of people, billions and billions and billions, all over the country. Somebody got YouTube. So yeah, writers going on strike really is nothing. AI is really nothing. They've been telling us about what robots and computers going to do in the future. Now it's out. Y'all telling us to be scared. We saw the movies already. We know what to do. We can mash it with that machine, Sarah Connor. Mash on Schwarzenegger. We're gonna mash it like that. And then we're gonna time travel and fix it back in the day. Remember when Terminator they was time travelers, so we could fix it. We could fix it. If 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 art imitates reality, that y'all are creating what y'all put in these movies, y'all got it out now. Y'all remember Knight Rider, right? Michael Knight and Kit, the car that could drive by itself. They got cars doing that now. Star Trek, they had the Star Trek had flip phones. Y'all remember that? I don't remember Star Trek having flip phones. All right. Yo, hit the link if you want to join the show. I already been on an hour. I'm about to call it a wrap though. But right now, we have to pay attention. There's certain things on the news you gotta pay attention to and be like, did he just say that? Yeah, the banks, other banks buying other banks. JP Morgan. Y'all look up his history. Start with the Titanic. And y'all see what's up with that cat. Yes, sir. They just bought a bank. And when they was talking about the bank crisis earlier, like last week, they were saying it was bad management. They were saying the people that was in charge was the ones that caused the bank. Nothing major, nothing like that. It was bad employment. Y'all believe that? Now another bank just went down, so they got bad employees too. Who gonna replace the human employees? The buddy AI. No, but he about to kill us, take over the world. About to take over the world, take over your job too. Yeah, I know, like in the writers that's on strike, they got a clause in their clause, and one of their clauses for their agreement, it says no AI scripts, and they don't want AI nowhere near Hollywood. they don't want no, they don't want Chat GPT to write nothing for nobody. Shoot, I done wrote 2 ebooks with that thing. I'm about to get them joints published. Must be crazy. It's how you use it. Don't abuse it. Don't, like I said, don't copy and paste. Don't put nothing in and fully use it. Use your imagination too. Use it as a guide, an assistant, like I said. AI is nothing but an assistant to a human. It's just a thinking robot instead of a robot that could take my trash out and shit like that. Just think of it as a, a writer's block assistant or something like that. Don't use it as a cheat code. Get knowledge from. See, we so distracted with the playoffs and all these other things. Do y'all know it's another balloon? They don't know if they wanted to shoot it down or not. I don't know the outcome of it today. But there was another balloon. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Allegedly, it was another balloon. Everything I say on here is allegedly. About the AI, it's alleged. But we did see Terminator before. Remember the movie Outbreak? Seen that movie before. Art imitates reality. So go back and look at all your little Independence Day and iRobot. Matter of fact, even look at I Am Legend. Will Smith playing in a lot of telltale movies, man. A lot of telltale movies. Are you paying attention? See that stop sign back there, right? Stop. It's S.T.O.P. Stop movement. Start teaching our people. And the Lakers took one over the Golden State Warriors tonight to lead the series 1-0, taking away Golden State's home court advantage. That's just my little sports thing when I do a little sports channel. Yeah. But that's what all I had to talk about right now, YouTube. Tune in. I got the 15 ways to spot a toxic coworker. That's gonna be my next episode. And I gotta redo a live to get feedback on You Just Got Fired. Because I got flagged when I did a live on that using my own audio podcast. Well, I guess I couldn't use because it's Spotify, not YouTube. But it's your guy, Chef Vinny. You tuned in to the Kitchen Clothes podcast where we talk about all kind of work situations, stories like that. If you got a crazy story about whatever happened on the job or you want to tell somebody and we want to talk about it, feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe. Don't forget to share. This your guy, Chef Vinny, and we about to be out of here. Peace. Caught me smoking. Yo, this your guy, Chef Vinny. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the Kitchen Clothes podcast. Peace, we out.